Somewhere over eastern Afghanistan, two F-16s are holding at altitude, waiting for coordinates. Below them, a special operations team is pinned down and calling for close air support. The grid they're transmitting is reaching no one. The terrain, the distance, and incompatible radio systems are fragmenting the signal before it can reach anyone who can act on it. A Reaper drone is orbiting nearby with full sensor coverage of the target area, but it's operating on a different data link. The ground controller and the fighters are speaking different electronic languages, and the translation is failing in real time. Lives are on the line, and the most advanced air force in the world is struggling to complete a basic communication loop. Then, something above them, higher and quieter than everything else in the airspace, begins to bridge the gap. Not by firing a weapon, not by dropping ordnance, by listening to everyone and making sure everyone can hear each other. The pilots get their coordinates. The strike goes in. The team survives. That aircraft above them, the one nobody talks about, is the E-11A. And it may be the most important aircraft in the U.S. Air Force that almost no one can name. The E-11A is a Bombardier Global 6000 business jet, extensively modified by Northrop Grumman, that carries a system called the Battlefield Airborne Communications Node, known as BACN. It carries no weapons. It drops no bombs. It launches no missiles. What it does is hold the battlefield together electronically, acting as a flying router that connects aircraft, drones, ground forces, and command centers that would otherwise be unable to communicate with each other directly. Think of it this way. A modern battlefield is filled with different platforms operating on different communication systems, speaking different electronic protocols, running on different frequencies. An F-22 communicates differently than an F-15. A Reaper drone uses different data links than a ground radio. A commander in a forward operating base uses different equipment than a sailor on a destroyer offshore. All of these systems were designed to be excellent at what they do, but they weren't always designed to talk to each other seamlessly. The E-11A is the device that makes that conversation possible. It translates, relays, and bridges signals between systems that were never built to be directly compatible, extending the range and reach of communications across the entire battle space. To understand why this matters, you have to understand a problem that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Modern warfare has a serious communications architecture problem. The U.S. military operates an extraordinarily diverse set of platforms, some of which have been in service for decades, and some of which are cutting edge. A fourth-generation fighter like the F-15E and a fifth-generation aircraft like the F-35 have fundamentally different avionics architectures and different communication systems. The F-35 uses advanced networking capabilities that older jets simply weren't designed to interface with natively. Ground forces in remote terrain often rely on line-of-sight radios that can't reach aircraft operating at altitude, especially when mountains or distance are blocking the signal. Unmanned systems operate on dedicated data links that may not be accessible to every platform in the area. Naval vessels, air assets, and ground units each have their own communication standards built around their own operational needs. This creates a fragmented battlefield. Platforms that should be working in concert, sharing targeting data, coordinating movements, and synchronizing strikes can find themselves operating in partial isolation because the signals aren't getting through or aren't being understood. Multi-domain operations, the concept that the modern military must integrate actions across air, land, sea, space, and cyber simultaneously, make this problem significantly worse. The more domains you're coordinating across, the more communication pathways you need, and the more places that chain can break down. Terrain multiplies the challenge. In mountainous regions, valleys and ridgelines physically block radio signals. In the open ocean, distance alone can sever connections. In urban environments, electronic clutter and interference create noise that degrades communication quality. Any environment where U.S. forces operate is one where the communications chain is under stress. And when that chain breaks, coordination fails, mistakes happen, and the military's technological edge begins to erode. What BACN does is sit above all of that, literally and functionally, and act as the connective tissue the system is missing. The E-11A operates at altitudes around 50,000 feet, high enough that its communication systems have line-of-sight access to platforms across an enormous geographic area. From that altitude, it can simultaneously receive signals from ground forces, aircraft, drones, and command centers, process those signals, translate between incompatible communication protocols, and retransmit them to every platform that needs the information. It supports multiple data link standards, including Link 16, which is the primary tactical data network used by NATO aircraft, as well as satellite communications and wideband networking. It can connect a 5th-generation F-35 to a 4th-generation F-16, both of them to a Reaper drone, the drone back to a ground controller, and all of them simultaneously to a command center hundreds of miles away. The operational effect of this is profound. When BACN is overhead, commanders have a shared common operating picture, a unified view of what every platform in the area is doing, where it is, what it's sensing, and what it's targeting. Pilots get real-time updates on ground threats, friendly positions, and target data without having to voice those coordinates over congested radio frequencies. Ground controllers can reach aircraft they couldn't contact before. Drones can share sensor feeds with manned aircraft that wouldn't otherwise receive them. The entire force becomes more coherent, more coordinated, and more lethal, not because any single platform became more capable, but because they can all communicate effectively. This also reduces the risk of friendly fire. A significant portion of fratricide incidents in modern warfare trace back to incomplete situational awareness. When platforms don't know where friendly forces are, mistakes happen. When communication breaks down and a pilot is working with outdated information, the consequences can be catastrophic. BACN reduces those gaps by ensuring that everyone in the battle space has access to the same real-time positional data. That's not a small thing. It's the difference between coordinated combined arms operations and dangerous ambiguity. BACN has been operational since 2008, and its primary proving ground was Afghanistan, where the combination of extreme terrain and vast distances created exactly the kind of communications challenge it was designed to solve. The Hindu Kush mountain range creates an almost impenetrable barrier to line-of-sight communications. Valleys that are only miles apart can be effectively disconnected from each other in terms of radio contact. U.S. forces operating in remote outposts could find themselves isolated from air support, command, and intelligence assets simply because the terrain was blocking their signals. BACN changed that. With E-11As orbiting at high altitude, those isolated positions could suddenly reach aircraft, command centers, and other ground elements that had previously been cut off. Special operations forces calling for fires in remote valleys could get through. Intelligence was shared. Coordination happened. Missions that would have been impossible or significantly more dangerous became executable. The system also enabled persistent intelligence sharing across Afghanistan's vast geography. A drone observing activity in one province could pass its sensor feed through BACN to analysts, commanders, and responding forces in real time. What had previously required assets to be within direct communication range of each other now just required both to be within BACN's coverage area. In a country the size of Texas, with terrain that hostile to radio propagation, that was genuinely transformative. Despite all of this, the E-11A remained almost entirely absent from public conversation throughout its years of heavy use. It doesn't carry weapons, so there are no strike videos. It doesn't break speed records or operate at the edge of the flight envelope. It just circles, listens, and connects. That makes it invisible to the kind of coverage that follows aircraft carriers and stealth fighters. But the units that relied on it, the special operations teams, the pilots, the drone operators, they understood exactly what it was worth. In a potential high-end conflict against a near-peer adversary like China, the role of a communications bridge like BACN becomes even more critical and significantly more difficult. China's military has invested heavily in electronic warfare, the ability to jam, disrupt, and degrade adversary communications and data links. In a conflict in the South China Sea or over the Taiwan Strait, the United States would be operating in a highly contested electromagnetic environment where standard communication pathways would be under constant attack. Frequencies would be jammed. Data links would be disrupted. The seamless networking that U.S. forces rely on in permissive environments would be degraded or denied in significant portions of the battle space. This doesn't make BACN obsolete, it makes BACN more important. A high-altitude platform capable of bridging multiple communication protocols and extending the reach of tactical networks becomes more valuable, not less. when the electromagnetic environment is contested. It provides redundancy and resilience. It allows forces to maintain coordination, even when primary communication pathways are being jammed. And because it operates across multiple frequency bands and data link standards, disrupting it entirely requires an adversary to target a wide range of the spectrum simultaneously, which is significantly harder than jamming a single frequency. The E-11A is not invulnerable in a high-threat environment. Operating at predictable altitudes over a contested battle space carries risk, and any platform that becomes essential enough to battlefield operations also becomes a high-priority target for the adversary. The U.S. Air Force is aware of this. The evolution of BACN-type capabilities toward more survivable or more numerous platforms is an active area of development. But right now, the E-11A represents a mature, proven capability that provides something no other platform delivers as effectively. The U.S. military's advantage in modern conflict has never rested solely on the power of individual platforms. It has rested on the ability to integrate those platforms into a coherent, networked force that is more than the sum of its parts. A single F-35 is a remarkable aircraft. A networked package of F-35s, F-15s, electronic warfare platforms, drones, and ground forces with a shared common operating picture is something qualitatively different. It can coordinate, adapt, and execute in ways that individually superior but disconnected platforms cannot match. That networking, that integration, requires communications infrastructure. It requires platforms that can bridge the gaps between systems, extend coverage over difficult terrain, and ensure that the information advantage the United States depends on actually reaches the platforms that need it at the moment they need it. The E-11A BACN is the aircraft that makes that possible in current operations. It's not glamorous. It doesn't appear in recruiting posters. It won't be the subject of a Hollywood film. But in every operation where it's overhead, everything works better because it's there. Wars are not won only by the loudest aircraft or the biggest missiles. They're won by the platform that keeps everyone connected. And right now, that platform is an unassuming business jet circling at 50,000 feet, doing the quiet work that makes everything else possible.